The Coach Calhoun Show is brought to you by Little General and Valley Distributing. The Coach Calhoun Show will be on timeswv.com each Wednesday.
So you guys had a pretty big weekend this past week against Glenville State. You guys dominated off the glass. And then against Shepherd, you guys did really well defensively, just completely shutting them down, holding them to 54 points. Can you kind of talk about those wins?
Yeah, you know what, Steve? I thought Glenville State, I thought they were really ready to play. Seeing Brett Morris in the warm-up line made me a little bit nervous. He's a great player in this league. He had been out the two previous games, so I think that gave them a big burst of energy, another scoring option. We gave up 87 points in that game. Thought we did a good job of scoring, obviously in the 90s, but that was way too many points. So going into our Shepherd game, big emphasis on taking the three ball away from that team. They're one of the best shooting teams in our league. To go in on the road at Shepherd with just a day of prep and to hold that team to 50-something points, I'm not sure what the final was, but more importantly, did a tremendous job of guarding that three. In transition, what you're seeing this time of year is most teams are really good in our league and our level of getting out and running and getting transition baskets, whether it's at the a two-pointer or also the three ball is the most dangerous. So we wanted to do a great job of taking that away, and I was very pleased with our effort last Saturday on the road.
Okay. Now, obviously, Notre Dame has won their game against UVA-wise, so you guys know you'll be facing them. What kind of challenges do they bring to you? I know you guys played them like maybe a couple weeks ago. Can you kind of talk about that again?
Yeah, I think anytime you play a team three times and you have to beat a team three times, it becomes difficult. Tyree Gator's first-team All-League player, Will Voorhees, first-team All-League player. But really the two guys that really make them go are their third and fourth option. KT Taylor, when he gets going, when he's averaging 22 points a game, they have not lost any games. Jason Lewis, freshman shot blocker, great rebounder. So we got to do a great job with that team of really understanding Will Voorhees and Tyree. They're going to score the ball, but it's the third, fourth, fifth option, and we've got to dominate the glass. In both of those games, we did a tremendous job when we won this year against them in the regular season of dominating the glass. But you know, it's tournament time. Anything can happen. It's win in advance. So we've got to understand that the two previous games mean nothing. But I think when you watch the tape and you study statistics, I think young players can learn a lot from those two tapes. So we'll show them a lot of the film, the two previous meetings, and hopefully learn from that and be ready to go Friday at 2:15.
Okay. I know Notre Dame, they've won the previous two games after having an up and down season. And I know that you guys have obviously had like the bye, the first round bye. Do you think like the momentum, do you think that presents more of a challenge, or you know?
You know, I don't know. I think sometimes getting healthy, sometimes resting a little bit, getting your players off their feet. We took Sunday and Monday off, so we'll prep Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for Friday's game. Progressively get a little bit harder throughout the week. Definitely Tuesday and Wednesday crank it up. Very late Thursday. I think it's all about having the right frame of mind, both with your mind and then also physically. Those two things to me are just as important as your team chemistry, shooting the ball. I think you want all your players in a good feel for this time of year. And this being my fourth year, I've learned a lot. I think sometimes you got to rest your guys. Make sure that they're having a good recovery day, whether that's getting in the ice, whether that's stretching, just shooting the ball. This time of year, it's very, very important to understand where your team's at, and I feel we're in a very good spot. So we've got to have 3 really good days of preparation leading into the tournament.
Okay. Has there been any player or any number of players that have really stepped in his last stretch of games, especially since you guys lost those 2 games? Has there any player that's really stepped up?
I think Thomas Winbush has been tremendous, really the second half of the season. He's so hard to guard. Very, very athletic. We always put him on the team's best player. So he's got to bring it every night on the defensive end. I think offensively he's really figuring it out. We're playing him at the wing position. We're playing him down low. He does a lot of things for this ball club. So he will be a critical piece down the stretch. Shamgad Wells picked up some fouls this week, so he'll have to understand how to play with 2 fouls, because we're going to roll the dice and play guys that pick up 2 fouls. And he's got to run our ball club. Jason Jolly is tremendous, but he's a freshman. So you hope your money guys, your guys that have had big impacts. I call them our money guys. They're usually our veteran guys, our best players. They got to be good in March. If you want to hang banners, you want to do certain things in March, your money guys got to deliver. So hopefully these guys can really step up here down the stretch.
Okay, this last question. I know obviously your goal is probably to win the tournament, but is there anything else that you're looking to maybe do in the tournament that you'd like to see?
You know what, Steve? Honestly, it's about winning a tournament championship for our fans. That's what it would mean for me as a coach. Not only our players have put in so much time the last 8-9 months from August. This team has really come together nicely from a recruiting standpoint, a chemistry standpoint. But I want to bring a championship back to Fairmont. It's been a long time. This program has dominated this conference and the West Virginia Conference for a long time. And it would be, really, really nice for our fans to get that feeling again, to see a banner hung in Joe Renton Arena. It starts Friday and hopefully ends Sunday, but as we know, it's hard to win championships. So we'll take it one step at a time and try to win and try to get better each day. To answer your question in a roundabout way, other than winning, we want to try to get better as hopefully we advance in this tournament.
Okay.
The Coach Calhoun Show is brought to you by Little General and Valley Distributing. The Coach Calhoun Show will be on timeswv.com each Wednesday.